Pokemon Day is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Big announcements are on the way. From new games to updates for existing ones, Pokemon brings the heat on Pokemon Day year after year. So today, we're going to be breaking down what I believe we're going to see this year on Pokemon Day. First up, the biggest thing on everybody's minds is obviously Pokemon Legends ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA was announced last year with just a cinematic teaser. We've not seen any gameplay, anything, and that's almost been a year. We don't know anything about this game besides the fact that it's a Legends title and that takes place in the Kalos region, primarily Lumio City. But this time, at this Presents, I think we're going to get some real gameplay footage. I think we're going to get a full gameplay reveal. We're going to get to see perhaps some new mechanics about this game. We're going to get to see the battle system action. We're going to get to see what exploration looks like. And I hope, I pray, that we get to see some new regional forms or new Mega Evolutions. I think either one of those is definitely a hit. And lastly, I think one of the last things they're going to show us revolving around this game is what our trio of starters is going to be. I expect it to be the original Kalos 3, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys think it's going to be a different pairing of starters. Now here's where I think things get really interesting as far as Pokemon Day and what we can see at this Presents, because I feel like every year at Pokemon Day, we kind of get something in the Presents that we're expecting to see. For example, last year we got Scarlet and Violet DLC. I think we all went in that presentation thinking that we're going to hear something about Scarlet and Violet DLC, and obviously we did. But on top of that, we got our Legends ZA cinematic teaser. I think we're going to need something like that again this year. Like, I feel like we expect at this point to kind of get a reveal about something we don't know anything about, that Nintendo, or sorry, not Nintendo, Pokemon Company rather, hasn't shown us anything about. And I think there's really three solid options as what that can be this year, because I don't expect it to be a brand new project or Gen 10 related. I think it's really kind of time to focus on a remake or a spin-off of the original Pokemon games. And I think the three things that are most possible that kind of fit this bill is first being black and white remakes. It's time for Unova remakes, in my opinion. They're obviously the next one up, because last remake we got was Gen 4. And I just hope that they don't do it in the PDSP style. I know that's something people have kind of mentioned offhand, could be a possibility. I think if you're going to do a Gen 5 remake, give it the full remake style of ORAS, where it becomes a elevated style of the game. Please do it like that. The next thing I think we could see is a Let's Go Johto. I don't know if we've heard anything about this, but it would make a lot of sense. It'd probably not be something very difficult for the Pokemon Company to make, and they could even probably have this developed outside of house. I know that's like a very touchy thing for Pokemon to do. We only did that first with BDSP, and I don't think they're really that motivated to do it again, but needless to say, I think Let's Go is going to be coming back at some point. And I could really see Let's Go Johto being announced here and probably being like something to kind of fill the gaps in between ZA, because I believe ZA is probably going to be a summer game or a late summer game. We'll wait and see. And then maybe this could be like a holiday, close to holiday title. And then they have a full year from that point for Gen 10 to come out around 2026 holiday cycle, which I think is very possible. But the last game that I think is kind of like almost probably unexpected to a lot of people, I think we could see like a mystery dungeon or a mystery dungeon remake. It's been dormant since 2020. We haven't seen a mystery dungeon since the remake that came out on Switch, and I think it's really possible that this series could maybe either get a brand new title or a remake. Honestly, all three of these I think are possible, and personally I'd be happy with any of the three, just because it would be more Pokemon content to play. But yeah, I think these are really the three big possibilities for a possible new game reveal or remake reveal or surprise announcement. The next thing I think we could probably see in this Presents, bringing down the shock factor and the excitement factor a little bit, kind of zeroing back in, I think we'll probably see some Scarlet and Violet information. Nothing crazy, maybe some possible epilogue final DLC kind of free update could be in the cards. I think that could be very possible. I know Sword and Shield did something similar. And then obviously I think we're going to see some new Terra Raid events featuring maybe more mythicals and legendaries. And I think this would be a really stretch goal thing for them to show off, but maybe, just maybe, we see some performance fixes being added to the game to in preparation for Switch 2, maybe. I think that'd be awesome, but I don't think it's in the cards, and I don't really expect a whole new expansion for Scarlet and Violet. I think they're just trying to tie up some loose ends here, and I think a small event or a small update and then maybe a little bonus event could be very possible. Continuing on with the smaller kind of features of Presents and smaller kind of updates that I know a lot of people usually really aren't interested in, but sometimes they kind of lead to cool things, would be stuff about the mobile games and other kind of smaller updates revolving around them. For example, I think in terms of Pokemon Go, we'll probably get some type of information about a possible community day. Maybe for Masters EX they drop a new EX character for Masters, or maybe announce a new Masters event. And maybe for Unite, they announce a new legendary or mythical Pokemon character being added to the game, or just a new Pokemon getting added to the game in general. I know these aren't the biggest reveals, but the mobile community for Pokemon is strong, and I know there's people out there that genuinely do look forward to these type of things, and I feel like we'd be remiss not to mention them. But on top of that, maybe, just maybe, we see a teaser for the next TCG set. And I don't mean in real life TCG set. I should have specified TCG Pocket set. I don't think so, because TCG Pocket set number 2, I forget what it's called. It's the Dialga Palkia one, released only a couple weeks ago now. So I don't think that's a possibility. That's a high possibility rather, but it could be something to keep our eyes on, and that'd probably be something that would get me really excited. So that's my full breakdown of what we can expect from Pokemon Day 2025. But now I want to hear from you guys. What are your biggest predictions? Are we getting a Black and White remake? Are we going to get that Legends EA full gameplay trailer? Are we going to get shown the starters for Legends EA? Are we going to get new legendary forms in ZA? Are we going to see new megas in ZA in this Pokemon Day Presents? Honestly, I'm excited. I have no idea what we're truly going to see. I haven't seen anything leak about this or anything, which I'm happy about, because I kind of want to go in with having just high expectations and hopefully Pokemon Day living up to it. But drop a comment down below. Let's get hyped together for this presentation. Pokemon Day is a week away. A week away.